That's the Albany Housing Authority. Those are the protesters who are protesting the conditions that exist at the Ida Yarbrough complex.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
I'm here with Bevan Francis. Bevan is co-organizer of the National Union of Homeless and tenant organizer of United Tenants of Albany. She's also presumably a violent Marxist. Is that fair to say?
No.
I see that you are making a sign. Talk to me a little bit about what you're creating at this point.
Ida Yarbrough Tenant Union, because we are fighting unsafe, unclean, undignified living conditions at Ida Yarbrough apartment complex owned by Albany Housing Authority.
My understanding is that the Albany Housing Authority is a city agency designed to provide housing to very low income and low income individuals. What is it that you're protesting about, which sounds to me like a pretty estimable cause?
The tenants at Ida Yarbrough contacted us to help them organize a tenant union. There's violence and just a lot of scary stuff happening in Ida Yarbrough.
Give me an example, or show me videos, pictures. What I need to understand when you're talking about what the problems are.
Let me show you some pictures we have here. This is a fun little board that we made for City Council. Here is the front door where there is feces on the floor. This is the staircase where the paint is peeling from the amount of urine. This is a dead mouse right on the front as you walk in the front door. This is the bullet hole. This is mold. This is another bullet hole. This is a horde of ants. This is mold dripping down the wall. This is urine in the stairwell.
Stand up, fight back! Stand up, fight back!
Stand up, fight back!
Stand up, fight back!
Stand up, fight back!
Stand up, fight back!
Stand up, fight back!
How does a city agency end up managing a facility that is that grotesque?
They completely ignore the needs and wants of the tenants. I think it is very much willful. I think it's just a complete disregard for the class of people that live there. Low income, marginalized folks who live in that building. There's another building, it's completely night and day, right? Another housing authority building.
Okay.
Where they have 24-hour security, where they have good lighting, where maintenance cleans things, where the elevators work properly, where they can open and shut all their doors as necessary.
Okay, and you told me that you're a tenant organizer. You are trying to organize the tenants who live in buildings like that because you think they're just being ignored.
They are being ignored and they are being neglected.
Is it accurate to say that there have been efforts to suppress union activities, or are they receptive to what you're doing?
No, they're union busting the shit out of us right now, today. First of all, we formed a steering committee.
Okay.
Of a handful of tenants who are kind of responsible for the facilitation, creation of agenda, and making sure the dissemination of information. And the members of that steering committee, after we had our first negotiation meeting with Albany Housing Authority, received lease violations, right?
Shut the fuck up.
And also late payment fees, even though they were paid on time in full on their rent, right? So they started getting hit with these notices from Albany Housing Authority to make them nervous.
Is there something, if you're gonna be light most favorable to the opposite side here, that your team has done that has resulted in the disintegration of a working relationship?
I believe today was that day. We were definitely pushed to it. We've been trying to communicate. They have not responded to any of our emails.
And that's why you're now making these signs.
Right. We're going to go protest tomorrow out in front of their office. We're going to call them out for their union busting, for the shameful termination of the community room coordinator.
It's hard for me to believe this level of abandonment. So I'm not trying to read malice into our city officials. I'm trying to understand, is there a reason that they're not providing a response to those pictures, which are horrifying?
Yeah.
I haven't talked to them. You have. I mean, what do they say to you? What is their rationale for the degree to which you've been disregarded?
Honestly, one of their big excuses when we were at the negotiation table with them was that There currently is a $20,000 total of arrear in owed rent from various tenants out of 214 units.
Okay.
But under the warranty of habitability, which is New York State law, you are required by law when you are a landlord, which Albany Housing Authority is to
Yep.
Ida Yarbrough tenants,
Yep.
to maintain safe, clean, dignified living
Yeah,
conditions.
of course. They
right?
didn't say to you that the reason they're not is because there's arrears.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
I swear, hand to God.
You've been sitting down with me and Bevan, who very clearly is lying.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.